At 80 years old, Tom Selleck stands as one of the last great legends of a bygone Hollywood era. He is the image of strength, the famous mustache, the commanding presence of Frank Reagan on Blue Bloods. But behind the quiet dignity and the 63-acre ranch, a heartbreaking truth has been playing out for decades. This isn't the tragedy of a man losing his health, but the tragedy of a man who repeatedly had to sacrifice his career, his comfort, and his privacy just to keep his family intact. For an entire generation, Tom Selleck's life story is a series of quiet, devastating trade-offs that few stars would ever make, trading stardom for sanity. The first heartbreak came at the absolute peak of his fame in 1980. Selleck was not just a star, he was a global phenomenon, and the roles came with a staggering price. He was famously offered the lead role in Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, the career-making, legacy-defining role. But his contract for Magnum PI held him hostage. The studio refused to release him. It was a loss that haunted his career, leaving him with an unavoidable regret. The biggest cinematic prize in history slipped through his fingers. Yet the real tragedy wasn't the movie role. When Magnum finally ended, Selleck was exhausted. And in an industry obsessed with maintaining a constant spotlight, he did the unthinkable. He walked away. He bought his secluded ranch and traded the glittering, chaotic life of a Hollywood leading man for a hammer, a tractor, and anonymity. He knew he needed to save his life, even if it meant risking his entire career. A father's fear, he walked away because his family needed him more than Hollywood did. He realized the price of fame was threatening to derail the normal life he craved. And then came the moment that truly defined his fatherhood. His young daughter, Hannah, was hospitalized with viral pneumonia. As he sat by her bedside, the realization hit him like a physical blow. The constant need to chase the next job, the endless travel, the attention. It simply wasn't worth it. He made a vow in that hospital room. He would prioritize the three-dimensional life over the two-dimensional screen. Imagine the pressure, a superstar, walking away from millions, from the A-list, just to be home. Hollywood saw it as a career collapse. Selleck saw it as a necessary survival move. Refusing to fade away now at 80, the heartbreak continues. With his successful series Blue Bloods coming to an end, the fight isn't over. Sources claim Selleck is furiously demanding a role in any spin-off, not out of greed, but out of a deep-seated fear of retirement. After a lifetime of hard work, balancing the world's most relentless industry with a private life, the legendary actor fears the one thing he has fought so hard to avoid: fading away. For Tom Selleck, work isn't just a job. It's the rhythm that has anchored his life. The tragedy of Tom Selleck at 80 isn't a single event. It is the lifelong cost of a good man trying to be a great star and an even greater family man. The quiet battles he fought to maintain his dignity, his privacy, and his role as a father, those were the true, heartbreaking tolls of fame.